So I think there is, excuse me, a little clearing up here. Yeah. Well, not exactly where I wanted to start off this little e-bike ride today, but you know what? Just like in my last video with Jay, there's always something. Well, with being on all the different rail trails there in Pennsylvania, the Northwest River Trail, the Enola Low Grade Trail, and the York Heritage Trail, don't get me wrong, I love going on those. It's pretty convenient to get to, but I do like getting out and finding new places, which brings us to where we are today. Now, I couldn't get to the place that I wanted to, which was Inlet 5 Dam or something like that. Unfortunately, looking things up on Google Maps, it doesn't always say if something's closed or not. And they had it closed down for repair, so I couldn't park down there. So I found a nice spot alongside the road to park. But what I'm on today is part of, wow. Let me try that again. Where I'm at today is part of the C&O Canal, or the Chesapeake and Ohio Canal. And this used to be an old towpath, what we're riding on today, for canal boats or barges being pulled by horses. And with all the dry weather we've had, you know, for a while there we had a ton of rain and then nothing but like 90-degree weather all up and down the East Coast and even further inland to where I'm at in Maryland. And that is the Potomac River right to my right, and then over to my left here is the old canal bed as we're on the towpath. Now I did want to check out that dam because I was able to see a little bit of it, but with the vegetation and everything, it was and the fence that they had up there, couldn't really get a good shot of it, because there are a lot of different points of interest down this trail, different lock houses, as well as an old abandoned power plant that we'll get to see here. I've been to before, I've flown the drone over, but it's still very impressive to say the least. Well, just a little bit down the trail there, I did pass a marker that said mile 105. I'm not sure if that was 105 this direction or this direction, but we'll find out soon enough. But out in the river, I did see some of these big support beams or pillars, and it looks like there may have been a railroad or something going across the river here. Zoom in a little bit. Let's see, so it looks like a concrete pier and have these iron girders on the, it almost looks like strapping on the outside. That's good and solid. So I'll see if I can look on Google Maps, maybe see if I can pull up some history. I don't see a date on this. And unfortunately, with it being summertime, everything's overgrown. It's hard to see. Okay, there's the other one right there across the canal path. And actually it goes up a little bit, huh? Or I don't know if that's a structure up in the woods there, if that's another abutment. Just like the other trails, quite beautiful out here. And I feel like this part I am going downhill a little bit. This trail's not as well kept as some of the other ones in PA, but not too bad. Okay, mile marker 104. All right, so got 100 miles to go before I hit the starting point of this in the direction I'm going. There's somebody in an inner tube out there. I've seen a couple people out here so far. It is a bit early. I got out here right around 9:30. And it's about an hour and a half drive from where I live. Not too bad. So as we come up to this really nice bridge right here for the towpath trail, as you can see, we have the lock going across. It is pretty narrow. I want to try to ride over that. But this brings us to the little town of Williamsport. And I've been down here once before, like I said, to film that way off in the distance. We'll get a little bit closer to that. Pretty impressive, but unfortunately it is posted and it's guarded by Maryland State Police. They'll usually put a couple patrol cars there because, I mean, that's prime urban exploring. And I did talk to a local when I was here a couple years ago. It said, I think it was Allegheny Power or something, and it was only closed down back in 2012, so not that long ago. We're right here next to the Potomac River, and I believe this is Route 11, if I'm not mistaken, and then just below us down that way is Interstate 81, and right across the river there is West Virginia. But we're gonna get on the bike a little bit, and we're gonna head up there and check out. That's actual some kind of lift gate, I think, for the canal. So we got the canal to our left here, and just on the other side of the bank over there is a rail bed with some actual rails still in the ground over there. And I believe we're going to come down to a lock house down here, and an actual, I don't want to say it's functioning, but it's still in pretty decent shape. Lock a little bit further here. I love how these trees are just trimmed back so nice like that. So I think there is, excuse me, a little clearing up here. Yeah. There we go. I'm going to take a couple of pictures and go down the road a little bit, take some more. Man, exploring that place would be so cool. But I can only imagine how dangerous it would be with it just sitting idle for, you know, over 10 years at this point. Morning. And this is one of the many lock houses along the C&O Canal here. We'll come around to the board here. Pretty cool. And it shows you, it's got a little diagram here how the lock works. Had a lot of these where I grew up in upstate New York. not too far from where I lived. And this is, like I said, one of the houses that was pretty much constantly manned. And if memory serves me right, I don't know if it's down the lock a little bit more this way or further up that way, that there are some lock houses that you can actually stay in. I think they're rented out as almost like an Airbnb. I'll have to look into that, but I think that'd be pretty neat, you know, stay in a little bit of history. Now, some years ago, myself, Randy, and Nick had gone up to the Tuppahawken Creek, not too far from Redding, and we saw one of these locks, but it was pretty much all demolished and everything. But this one is still kind of functioning. It's still holding the water back somewhat. You can just see these massive, like, they're almost like 12 by 12s. All right. Well, that is definitely much better. It was starting to get a little warm, pretty much right where I was at, as it is supposed to be upwards of 92, 93 today, I think. That's why I wanted to get out early. And thankfully, most of this trail is pretty wooded. It looks like we're probably going to cross, we're going to cross right under Interstate 81. It's just beautiful out here, though. Yeah, there's 81. So here we come up on another bridge, and this is actually a train bridge, and I think this is still in operation. I can't wait to get a drone again. That's pretty cool. I'll have to look up on Google Maps and see what line that is. Maybe we'll get lucky and have a clearing here. So as I was going down the trail, I came across this wooden bridge here that doesn't look too bad, because I did see something off in the woods here, and it looks like there's a stairway down right there. So I'm wondering if this wasn't someone's like house, and they just trying to be careful going across this. And someone's house, maybe they had it was a summer place or something. Okay, so right over there I do see some posted signs, but I think I can get a better look if I walk around this way. To what looks like an abandoned house. Yeah, right in there. And this right here is actually paved. And there's almost a little like ridge right there. Wonder if this maybe was a campground at some point. I'm not sure. If you're from this area and you kind of maybe have an idea. Yeah, because down there, see if I can at least get a little close. I won't go up the hill there past the posted sign. But yeah, it looks like got a little, I want to say stove in there. All right, we're coming back into Williamsport here. Gonna stop and see, there's a couple of boards here up the trail a little bit that give some information about this place. So to show you on the map, we're here, and this goes all the way up to Cumberland up there. And in Cumberland, I actually came through that when I was coming back from West Virginia, and there's the Western Maryland Scenic Railway. That goes from Cumberland all the way out to Frostburg, which I know every time I mention it, I say I'm going to do it, and I still have yet to do it. So, and you can see it goes all the way down here, just outside of Alexandria in Virginia there. So quite a long trail for sure. And then we are pretty much right there, almost to the middle. Yep, so this does, if I were to keep going, I want to see how far from Shepherdstown, right here, West Virginia, Ferry Hill, all the way down to see if I can make it to Harper's Ferry. That would be a beautiful ride, I think, along the Potomac River there. All right, so now my microphone's working. It decided to connect. But I'm almost back to the car. I want to say I got about another 3 miles to go. But on the way down here, this place kind of really snuck up on me. And I think this is right up Jay's alley. I don't know if I'll be able to like access it. I don't see any posted signs, but it's just, well, I'll just turn the camera around and let you see. Get out of the way of traffic here. There's this old abandoned house just out in the middle, pretty much right on the side of this mountain, but like hill. Looks like there might be a road over there, like a driveway that goes up. You know what, let me switch to my phone, because that's actually got a better zoom on it, and but I'll still be able to use the microphone. So it's kind of hard to see right there. I'm gonna wait till these folks pass so I can maybe get a better shot of it. I'm gonna stand in the middle here. I don't know how dry that, what do you call it, the canal bed is there. Let me see if I can, there we go. Zoom in a little bit. Little 2-story house. Looks like it has some kind of foundation there. Just tucked away in the woods here. Zoom in a little more. There we go. Zoom back out. Yeah, if I wasn't wearing shorts, maybe this would be a cool place to come back and see in the wintertime. Because it looks like they have some kind of, yeah, I see like power lines there right alongside the house. It's probably really in disrepair on the inside, so I don't know how sturdy anything would be. No telling how old that house is. Walk back down this way a little bit. You know, especially if you got your, you know, your mindset to riding the bike and you're focused on the trail, whatnot. Little places like this can really kind of pass you by. That's, you know, hey, how's it going? But, you know, that's why the term, you know, hidden in plain sight exists. That's why any of these rail trails or towpaths like this, especially in an area here in Maryland, Pennsylvania, that's, you know, got any kind of close relation to any of the battlefields, the Civil War, all that, you know there's going to be some stuff in the woods. So anytime I'm on these trails, I'm always like looking to my left, to my right and whatnot. And I'm really going to focus on doing more winter rides, you know, really bundling up quite well and getting out here and seeing what I can see with all the foliage and vegetation down. But this is definitely one place I'm going to be coming back to. Well, this brings us down to our final little stop here. This is lock house number 5, I think is what it's called, right up there. It's one of the old lock houses for the canal here. And they are doing, like I said in the beginning, some construction here, probably redoing the bed of the canal. Not really sure, but you can hear in the background is quite an impressive dam. Got a bunch of people out fishing. Oh, looks like he might have something. Or it's stuck. Got some guys down there and even guys further down the river. But just gorgeous out here. And this is what I'm standing on, part of the regular towpath. They have a temporary detour going around up there, actually up around the lock house and kind of away from the construction site here. But I did find a little break in the fence where I could come down. Well, needless to say, this was a pretty successful ride today. I think all in all, I only went about 20 miles, and I didn't really want to go that much more than that, because like I said, I have pretty much a 3-hour drive round trip, so I still got an hour and a half to go back home. But it's good to get out. It took a 4-day weekend, and yeah, even though despite the heat, like I said, this trail is really wooded, so it's still pretty comfortable. But anyway, guys, that's where I'm going to wrap it up for today. I appreciate your time, and we'll see you soon.